Hello. Now we're going to be answering a couple of questions on that video that I saw from Mr. Lavoy on how difficult could this be. And the first question is, how does Mr. Lavoy describe a learning disability? Basically, what he was saying is that it is not based on what the child is, but what the child is not. And he was talking about a definition for exclusion. And it's like taking away the people that are like mentally impaired, the primary emotional disturbance, and many of those. And there was a question. The number two question is, why is it important that there are people in the audience from different backgrounds and professions? Basically, he gave different kind of people an opportunity to learn how to be, how it is to be a disabled person. And in it, there were a bunch of different people, including directors, principals, teachers. Even there was a student, a regular student, and it was very interesting because they got to learn how hard it is to be disabled. The next question was, how did you feel about after watching the video? How hard it is to be a disabled and how people don't understand them most of the time, what the pressure and tension they go through. What surprised me the most is many times the disabled will affect like how they can get in trouble without knowing why they got in trouble. They don't understand many things that the teachers tell them to do, and the teacher expects them to do things that they have no idea how to do, and they're not understood by anybody.
Servants. Take away the check.
What did I learn? I learned the word dysnomia. I had never heard of that word before, and what that means is the word finding problem. They can get the information out of the tip of the tongue sometimes. Okay, for the next question is, are there any strategies that you feel might have helped you when you were in the middle or high school? Understand the student feelings when asked to do something and how hard it is to understand everything like everybody else in the classroom. For the following question, who else can you think of would benefit from the strategies that Mr. Labo taught us? It can be from my classmates that I have in other classes right now, and parents of the disabled. Like, many times the parents don't even understand their own children that are disabled. And of course, my classmates from other classes that they're going to be teachers, they need to know many things that they don't know, that they ignore, how hard it is for the disabled not to be understanding in a regular classroom. Okay, and what will you now do differently when working with people who can't see some of the characteristics that Mr. Lebeau mentioned? Remember that not all disabilities are visible and diagnosed. One of the things that got my attention was fairness. What many teachers I've seen when I have substituted is they say, well, why would I do something for one student and why am I not going to do it for the rest? That is not fair for one of them. And that to treat everybody the same because it's fair. But in reality, you don't know that sometimes there's a need for somebody to have something explained differently or do something extra. So it's not based on fairness that you're not fair with the rest of the class, but it's based on their needs. Like one of them might need an extra explanation or an extra explaining because they might not understand it like everybody else does. Thank you. Bye-bye.